With 5th generation aircraft, including the F-22 Raptor, leaked to come here in the next major update for War Thunder in the December update or whatnot. I don't know if they're actually going to come in December, but I'm sure they're going to be coming in the next year or possibly just really early on next year. But besides that, I wanted to make a video talking about how the thrust vectoring on the F-22 Raptor would affect, well, gameplay and what it would actually look like. So if you guys are not aware, the F-22 Raptor and most other 5th generation aircraft like the Su-57 and the J-20 have access to thrust vectoring. This basically allows them to be super maneuverable aircraft. It'd be a lot like what the Su-30 has, and honestly, I don't really think it's going to be too critical or too game-changing for gameplay perspective. I think it's just going to allow things like the Raptor and the J-20 and the Su-57 to be super maneuverable at close ranges and at slower speeds. As far as actually, ARB gameplay goes, I don't really think the Raptor's thrust vectoring is going to change anything at all. It's just going to be a nice thing to have. Now, something I do want to say, though, is if Gaijin is going to properly model the F119 engine's capabilities for the Super Cruise. If you guys are not aware what Super Cruise is, it's the ability to go supersonic without the use of afterburners. There's a couple aircraft that have this capability, and one of the most notable ones is the F-22 Raptor. But given the fact that the Eurofighter Typhoon is in the game and it does not have its Super Cruise modeled correctly, I'm not too sure what they're going to actually end up doing. Now, obviously, I would like for them to model it correctly. That'd be very nice. But I think it's just going to have to be to wait and see what they're actually going to do with the F119's engine. I think as far as the F-22's thrust vectoring goes, it should be phenomenal for dogfights. It should be one of the better aircraft in 1v1s, if not the best we get in War Thunder. It just depends on how Gaijin wants to model it, obviously. If you're more in the assumption that this game is Russian bias, the Su-57 might be a performance aircraft that is really good. A lot of people think it's actually better than the Raptor. I do not. I think the F-22 is the best dogfighter in the world, hands down. And on top of that, I really think it's just going to depend on how Gaijin ends up modeling the aircraft. I think we will see the Raptor be the best, or at least the top 3 in terms of dogfighting with the thrust vectoring. We're going to obviously have to wait and see how they model it. If you guys, aren't too familiar with how its thrust vectoring works, it doesn't, the Su-57 moves the entire nozzle, or the Su-30, the Su-30, the Su-30 SM, the plane we have in War Thunder right now with thrust vectoring, moves the whole nozzle, whereas in the F-22 has these flap or winglet designs that kind of directs the thrust up and down, whereas in the Su-30 SM directs it with a more of a yaw motion. Basically, the Su-30 SM has what the Raptor has, except at a diagonal angle, whereas in the F-22 is an up and down to pull incredible amounts of AOA, because obviously it has the angled tail fins, which allows it to pull its rudder differently than what the Su-30 has, where it's a horizontal. It goes straight up for the tail fins. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Do you guys think Gaijin is going to properly model the F-22's thrust vectoring? Do you think its thrust vectoring is going to be good, or do you think it's going to be incredibly bad? I do think it's going to be an okay aircraft. We're obviously going to have to wait and see. And also, do you guys think we're going to see 5th generation coming this year like the leaker said? I mean, supposedly it's a responsible leaker, so there's a very good chance we do see the 5th gens like the F-22 arriving to War Thunder this year. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you guys are not already subscribed, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Join the Discord, link down below in the description, and I hope to see you guys in a later video.